was basically a mess. They said it wasn't a fun place to be. What was the locker room like, Dustin, through the final few weeks of the season?
Well, I think I would agree with that. Just like you said, the last few weeks, just because we lost all those games, and if guys' tempers and their attitudes don't start to fall off a little bit, then you got to kind of wonder if these guys really hate losing that much or not. And we do. We're not used to it. Losing is just it turned everybody's attitudes around, but that's something you have to work through, and we're going to fix it. For sure, we're going to fix it. Rex is going to get those things fixed, and offensively, we're all going to get on the same page and start doing this thing the right way.
How did that play out, though? Because I think people hear a locker room's a mess, and their mind probably goes crazy with what they think that actually means. But what was it actually like in there?
I mean, it wasn't just a whole bunch of hatred, guys yelling at each other and just snapping like the media, or a lot of the media will get you to think. But obviously, guys' heads were down a little bit. When you lose 3 games in a row, I mean, it's tough, especially on a team that's we're used to winning. The previous 2 years went to the AFC Championship 2 years in a row. We're just not used to that type of thing. But we've always been a team that's always overcome. If we had 2 or 3 losses, we'd always overcome that type of thing. And unfortunately, our 3 losses were at the very end of the season and kicked us out of the playoffs.
Rex Ryan, known for showing a lot of personality, he declared that your team would be in the Super Bowl before the season began. He admitted after the season he didn't quite have a pulse on the team, and he said since that he needs to change some of the things about the way that he has coached. How important is that, do you think, to the success of the Jets next season?
Are you speaking about him toning it down?
Yeah, toning it down, and that's something that I think he has talked about before as well.
Oh, well, Rex is Rex. I think that's part of the reason why we were able to be, pretty successful for the most part since he's been here. I know a lot of guys on the team would love Rex to continue to be who he is because that's who's made us successful. He's the guy that drives us, makes us want to work real hard for him. We know he has our back, so we have his back, and that's how it works. Now, if he decides to tone it down, obviously we're cool with that too, and we're going to play our hearts out for him no matter what.
Dustin, also a few weeks back, anonymous players spoke out about Mark Sanchez, saying they're basically questioning his work ethic, and I know you're very close to him. What is your take on your quarterback's work ethic?
Well, I think there's a reason that was anonymous, because everybody in the organization, whether it's downstairs, upstairs in our building, all the corporate guys, know that Mark Sanchez has a heck of a work ethic. He works his butt off, and that's something that will never change. You can say a lot of things about him, but that's for sure not one that you can. He's always been the guy that gets guys to come in the meeting room as your quarterback should. And I think the big step that he took this year was just to push guys a little bit more. He went above and beyond what he had to. He flew a lot of guys down to California so we could have our Jets West camp, and he was doing those type of things all the time. So you definitely can't question his work ethic.
What did you say to him after those comments leaked out?
Well, I talked to him. I just basically said, obviously, this is one of those things you have to take in one year out of the other, because clearly nobody in this organization feels that way. And who knows if this quote was even true? I mean, it's anonymous. It could have been from anywhere.
Dustin, I know that you have played against both teams that are in the Super Bowl this week. Who's your pick to win?
I can't pick a team. Obviously our big rival is the Patriots, and our crosstown rival is the Giants. So I got friends on both teams at the same time, so I can't really pick a team. I'm just hoping for a good game, which I do think it will be.
Oh, come on, Dustin.
I can't pick one. It's going to be a close game, but I can predict. I think the tight ends are going to be a big part of this game, whether it's on both sides of the ball. Obviously, New England has 2 great tight ends in Gronkowski and Hernandez, who I don't think there's ever been a more productive tight end duo ever. And also on the other side of the ball, the receivers for the Giants, they could kill you. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, Dustin Keller, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here on SportsCenter.
Thanks. I appreciate it.